Vice President Leni Robredo was a speaker for Meet Our Leaders webinar organized by alumni of the De La Salle University and the Ateneo de Manila University. In the webinar, Robredo talked about her livelihood project under the Angat Buhay. There was a lengthy discussion on her programs under the Angat Buhay, but what stood out were the projects for COVID-19 vaccination and the problems that come with the pandemic. Under the COVID-19 response were many projects. First was the initial purchase of the PPE sets. There were PPE sets that included food and care packages. Then the local production of PPE suits. There came free shuttle service for frontliners, dormitories for frontliners, assistance for communities who were stranded workers, the Community Mart, the Bayanihan Eskwela, the Bayanihan Hanap Buhay, Bayanihan Mart, Trabaho, Bayanihan Swabcab, Bayanihan E-Consulta, Bayanihan Ataman, and the Vaccine Express. Robredo mentioned that there was no lack of volunteers and donations. The outpouring of donations of Kaya Natin platforms enabled a lot of citizens to respond to the hundreds of requests from all over the country. In the early days of the ECQ, there was a lack of PPEs. That is why a lot of fashion designers pooled their resources to design PPE, and this was distributed all around the country. Robredo initiated the shuttle service that would bring the frontliners to the hospitals. There were 20,229 passengers served. Doctors, nurses, medical staff, and other health frontliners also needed a temporary shelter because they had difficulty commuting in those early days. There was a sense of home and comfort through these dormitories. They were able to do bus and ferry shuttle services which catered to 12,790 passengers and also opened 9 dorms for 233 frontliners. The Bayanihan Subuanon was a COVID-19 response in Cebu. The Community Mart was an app-based palengke service which improved income for market vendors. This service improved income for market vendors and tricycle drivers. There was less exposure to customers with goods delivered to their homes. So the Vice President's office worked closely with the LGU and facilitate partnership with vendors and other TODA members. Estimated value of relief packs amounted to 18,690,720, and this is composed of 55,000 relief packs. The Trabaho was the quality training and employment for 1,000 out-of-school youths. Donation drive for the gadgets and equipment was done to collect these devices for distance learning, and the funds was also raised for new purchases. Community learning hubs were also implemented. Bayanihan Napbuhay, an online platform to help blue-collar workers find job opportunities amid the pandemic. This can also be found at sikap.ph. Around 29,364 job vacancies were posted. The Bayanihan Mart was helping the small-scale industries and community-based entrepreneurs build an online presence through escaparate.com. The Trabaho targeted out-of-school youth and included 3 batches. There was also the Angat Buhay Youth Upskills, the Angat Buhay Youth Social Entrepreneurs Program. The Bayanihan E-Consulta is a free teleconsultation service that aims to help in efforts to decongest hospitals by attending to outpatient cases within the NCR Plus bubble, especially for those who cannot afford doctors' consultations or access to other teleconsult. The SwabCab provided free antigen tests to support efforts of local governments for testing contact tracing, and isolation. The Vaccine Express is in partnership with local government units. For instance, she partnered with Pasig City for their Vaccine Express initiative that aimed to vaccinate 4,000 local residents against COVID-19. And the Bayanihan Ataman is providing COVID care kits and patient monitoring. After the presentation of her projects, Vice President Leni Robredo said that contrary to common public perception, there is a good side to politics. That is, when it becomes a powerful tool in bringing the good to the people. Gusto naming ipakita na yung politika is not necessarily bad, pero yung politika, pag ginamit mo sa kabutihan ay napaka-powerful na tool para magdala ng kabutihan sa kapwa. She also added, hindi po siguro ako magbubuhat ng bangko, pero ang pinakasimple dun kung ano ang nakikita nyo, yun ang aming kakayahan. Madali sabihin na, halimbawa, tayo ay kontra sa korupsyon, tayo ay malinis humawak ng kaban ng bayan, o tayo ay may administrative o executive capabilities. Pero yung ebidensya kasi nun, yung binigyan ka, ano ang ginagawa mo?